no idea what's going on. He has no idea what he's doing, and he's got no idea what he's saying or where he is. Other than that, he's doing a fantastic job. But while there may be nothing we can do to stop Joe Biden's mental and physical decline, with your vote this November, we can stop our country's decline and make America great again. Everything the radical left touches turns into a catastrophic mess, the likes of which we have never seen before. To this extent, we have never seen anything like it before. Biden and the congressional Democrats triggered massive inflation. They declared war on American energy, and the middle class is now being crushed by the highest gas and food prices in the history of our country. Can you believe it? Bloodthirsty criminals and vicious thugs are running wild on the streets of our Democrat-run cities. Ambush-style attacks on police officers, along with police officer deaths, have more than doubled in a single year, and violent carjackings are ravaging Detroit, Chicago, Minneapolis, and Milwaukee, and many other cities at a rate never before seen. Think of that. Biden is appointing far-left crazies to the federal bench and ordering and you know what's happening here with the Department of Justice? They're targeting parents. They're targeting you. They're targeting all of us, but they're targeting parents, good, beautiful parents. They're being targeted. He's begging and pleading with Iran to re-enter the disastrous nuclear deal that I terminated. That was a great termination. We would have had a deal had the election been different. Biden delivered the single worst humiliation in American history with his surrender in Afghanistan. That was terrible. And now Biden's weakness has given us the Ukraine disaster. It's a horrible thing to watch. Biden is also now pleading with the Venezuelan dictator to sell us oil. What do we need his oil for? We have so much right under our own feet, more than any other country. We have liquid gold under our own feet, and we're dealing with Venezuela, a far cry from the Trump administration, where we were energy independent for the first time in the history of our country. That was a year and a half ago. Seems like a long time ago, but we were energy independent. We were selling oil to other countries. We were making an absolute fortune. And you remember when, not so long ago, a year and a half ago, $1.87 a gallon. Remember that? And remember what I said during the debate and other times? I said, you don't pick me, you're going to be paying $7, $8, $9. I said that. And I said, you're going to be trading in your big, luxurious cars and trucks for little tiny cars. The choice this November is very simple. If you want high crime, high prices, high taxes, high corruption, and high incompetence, vote for the radical Democrats. If you want a country that is strong, sovereign, solvent, safe, and secure, you must vote for America First Republicans. Have to do it. But of all the Biden catastrophes, perhaps none is more dangerous or devastating than his complete annihilation of America's borders. What's happening? What's happening? When I left office, we handed the new administration the most secure border in the history of our country. We never had a border so secure ever before, and that includes drugs coming in. We never had anything like it. We had ended catch and release. We had stopped asylum fraud and built nearly 500 miles of beautiful wall, just like the Border Patrol wanted. Our border was sealed. Our border was sealed. We had the lowest numbers ever recorded. But then Biden and the open borders, these extremists, these sick extremists, systematically dismantled the border security measures we put into place, and brought illegal aliens streaming across the southern border in numbers like we've never seen before. And the real numbers are even higher than those being reported. They're at a level that nobody's even thought possible. Just yesterday, the Biden administration terminated the critical Title 42 protection that I put into place to ensure expedited removals. With this foolhardy plan to end Title 42, Biden will be opening the floodgates to a far greater extent than even now, and we will be deluged by illegal immigration like no country has ever witnessed or had to endure. An estimated 500,000 illegal aliens per month, and now it's probably even 1 million people per month are pouring into our country. And you have many, many of these people are criminals. This could be 12 million people a year. That's a big percentage of the people in our country itself, not the 3 million that is commonly being reported. That's fake news by all those people. Oh, look at all those people. Fake news. Yeah, it's fake news. This could be 10 or 12 million people coming in a year. This is incredible what's happening. And that getting rid of all of these, you know, Remain in Mexico. You know about Remain? I made a deal with Mexico. Remain in Mexico. Don't come here. He ended it. He wanted to end the deal. And now the courts are forcing him because they say we had a deal. So he's going with a much more somber deal, not a good deal, and not a proper deal, and not a deal that's going to work. Remember, as almost everyone said, I was right about everything, and that's true. I was right about everything. Fuel, the border, the military. And you were right, too. You were right, too. When I'm right, you're right. Biden and the radical Democrats are spending billions and billions of dollars trying to secure the borders of distant foreign countries, many of which you've never even heard of. But I believe Americans deserve a president who will secure our borders, the borders of our nation, who will protect our citizens, who will defend our sovereignty, and who will stop the biggest invasion ever of our country and probably of any country. There's never been anything like it. We're being invaded, and that's the word. We're being invaded by millions and millions of people. Many of them are criminals who should not be allowed into our country. We're going to be paying a price, and a very big one, long into the future. You'll wait and see. Unfortunately, I'll be right about that one, too. And that includes the thousands and tens of thousands of people we took in from Afghanistan. They rushed the planes. 3% of those people were entitled to come back. 3%. We have thousands and thousands of people. They rushed those planes, and those planes took off with 28 people falling off the sides. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. These people don't know what they're doing, but our country is being systematically destroyed. It's being destroyed. Nothing like this has ever happened to another country. Even a third world country protects their borders at least a little bit. And let there be no doubt, the Biden administration is resetting this humongous wave of illegal aliens in communities like yours all across America. Congratulations. And demanding that you, the American taxpayer, pay the cost, just like they resettle thousands of unvetted, unscreened Afghan refugees all over Michigan. You know that, right? Does anybody have a whole group of people that got resettled next to your beautiful little house or big house or club? Yeah, there. Look at all those hands go up. You know, too many hands are going up. If any part of our country is going to be turned into a migrant camp, it should not be the communities of hardworking Americans. It should be the neighborhoods of the radical left politicians who have callously thrown open America's borders.